Hello. Hello everyone. I do not have an intro for this video, so let's just get started. If you're watching this, you've probably played Brawl Stars, the 3v3 game created by Supercell, known for their creations like Clash of Clans, Heyday, Boom Beach, and lastly Clash Royale.
But Galaxy, what about Squad Busters?
Anyway, there's some videos from the creators of the game that discusses updates for the game. These are called Brawl Talks. There's 53 as of now, but out of those 53, one stands out. And that's the Club Lug update. Now before we start to talk about this update, let's do a quiz. There was 18 things added in this update. These were Club Luge, Club Points, Club Coins, Chicken Rico, Potato Squeak, Moldy Mike, Gear Scraps, Club Shop, Gears, Gear Tokens, Gears, Damage Gear, Heal Gear, Resistance Gear, Shield Gear, Speed Gear, and lastly, Gear Upgrades 1 to 3. Now out of those 18, who do you think got removed? If you said Club Luge, Club Points, Club Coins, Club Shop, Gear Tokens, Gear Upgrades, Gear Scraps, and Resistance Gear, you'd be right. Okay, if you've made it here, you've probably skipped to see me talk about the Brawl Talk. So let's start. This is kinda hard to explain, but whatever. You and your club would use either normal tickets or golden tickets to play matches. By winning matches, you get points for your club. The more points you have, the more you progress in leagues. And at the end of the day, you'd get club coins depending on what league you were in. The maximum you'd get at the end of the day was 800 to 1,000. Now, what were club coins used for? Well, you would use club coins to buy stuff in the club shop. For either coins, power points, scraps, gear tokens, or the most expensive being skins. That were Chicken Rico, Moldy Mike, Potato Squeak, and later added like Lion Bull and Pizza Oven Ash. Also forgot to mention that this was the update where clubs went from 100 maximum to 30. And that playing with clubmates gave you slightly more points. And golden tickets instead of normal ones gave more points too. And also that it was replaced with Mega Pig. Anyway, now it's time to talk about the second feature.
The old gears were barely like ours now.
First, to get a gear, you needed gear scraps and gear tokens. Like the gears we have now, the first gear you craft will be free. And also, like now, there were 5 gears. And also there were upgrades for gears that went from 1 to 3. And you also used gear tokens and scraps to do. And you might have noticed,
where's Vision Gear?
I'll get into that in just a bit. But now it's time to explain what every gear did. Shield Gear gave 300 extra health at level 1, 600 extra health at level 2, 900 extra health at level 3. Damage Gear gave a small damage buff when low health depending on level, 10% at level 1, 12.5% at level 2, and 15% at level 3. Heal Gear made healing health more efficiently. I'm just as confused as you are by what that means. Anyway, 30% more effectively at level 1, 40% more effectively at level 2, and 50% more effectively at level 3. Speed Gear increased your brawler's speed.
10% increased at level 1, 15% increased at level 2, and 20% increased at level 3.
And the last one,
the one that got removed and replaced by the worst gear.
Give it up for Resistance Gear. What did it do, you may ask? Welp. When stunned, the recharge was shorter. That's all it did. Yeah, it was obvious why it was removed. Anyway, it made it 25% shorter at level 1, 30% shorter at level 2, and 35% shorter at level 3. Yeah, it was obviously removed for being too useless. Anyway, instead of the UI looking like ours now, it looked like this. Is it bad that I prefer the old one other than the new one? Anyway, you'd unlock the first gear slot at level 10 and the second at level 11 instead of level 8 and 10 like now. Anyway, now it's time to talk about my opinions on Club League and the old gear system and them being removed. So let's go. Club League was genuinely one of the best ways to get progression in the time, and it was replaced by this. Supercell said the reason why they removed it because it was too demanding, forced a harsh grind, and created toxicity within clubs. Players felt pressured to play mandatory tickets on rigid schedules. This led clubs to kick inactive members, which penalized players with busy real life. Which is true, but you have to remember that they replaced it with Mega Pig, which is worse. Anyway, I have nothing to say here, so let's just go to the old gears. This is like the 5th time we've used that. Your new players are lucky they didn't keep it this way because getting gears were basically impossible. First, the only way you could get them were from mega boxes and the club shop. And it took 2 spaces, so you would get to 7 and think,
Oh boy, a 7 I can get 2 brawlers of gadget to a star power.
Open the window, Luther.
and also didn't mention the fact that upgrading to level 2 took 200 scraps and upgrading to level 3 took 300. The old gears didn't even last a full year. That's how bad they were. Anyway, after being removed, your gear tokens and scraps got converted to coins. If you want to know more about the Brawl Talk, go watch it in the link in the comments. Also, this was the only, yes, only, Brawl Talk without a brawler added. Genuinely thank you for watching. Making this video was very hard, so it would be appreciated if you subscribe or like. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next one.